Harley Quinn in the passenger looking fly. Psycho love, but it's deeper than a vibe. Got the Joker heart, but I'm the one who'll thrive. She got a smile that could break the dawn. In a world of chaos, she's my favorite con. Twisted thoughts, but we...
So where I left off in the story from last time was that she had moved to another house, which I won't name the street name. But since then, I can tell a little bit more of the things because I'm not so afraid to, because court is over and things like that. But so in this other house, is when things got really intense. So I had gotten pregnant. We had made an agreement, a pact, a Romeo and Juliet pact. And if I were to, unalive at some point, then she would unalive at some point, or we would do it to each other. We were planning on having a whole family and a life together. She made a guarantee with me that when I had hit 18, that this is what we were going to do, and we were going to do it out loud and no matter what. So things got, out of hand. I am 16 years old, 17, about to be, and I'm this dedicated into this with this person. I've seen them harm other people. I've seen them do a lot of different things. I'm not going to speak on that in particular, but I will say I've seen some crazy things. So I had a true fear of what she was capable of, and that's the only reason why I said that part. I can say that, it was a lot of back and forth at that moment. We had lost a baby, we started losing each other in that. And then a girl came at her birthday. Now, mind you, my mom was fed up with me running away and doing all these things for her, that she was putting me in a program, which was like a group home type of program for diagnostics. I ended up in that program, yes. But before then, I wanted to throw her a birthday party, which was, I can't give you the time frame because I don't want to give identities. So when I threw the party, there was this girl that had came in, and when she came in, I just looked at her and knew, like, there was more to this story. And so I pulled her into the bathroom and I asked her, and I said, if you love her, then you be dedicated to her like I am. And she said, yeah, I'm in love with her, all this other stuff. But when I went to go out to see the person I was talking to, they said that I was delusional and that I was making it up. And I did go to punch them. I missed, so we all know. And ran, okay? And I ran and I grabbed, I went to grab my cigarettes, and the girl's best friend was like, hey, I have her keys, and we're gonna go for a ride. And we did. I went through the girl's phone, and I seen it. It was clear as day. You can't fake that. And so eventually we come back, and the person that I was talking to, I told her to make a choice. It was me or this other girl. And she chose the other girl, and I moved on. Like, I left, even though I was so sickeningly attached to this person. Denial is like, you can't deny what's in your face. And so I moved on. Now, mind you, in this process of everything, right before that, I had tried to unalive myself. I ended up in psych wards. I ended up in this. It was a lot of chaotic stuff throughout that time. But in the end, when she chose someone else, I felt like, okay, well, I did all this for nothing. And then moved on. I went to the group home. I met this person. His name I won't say, but I met him. And I figured, fuck it. Why not? Maybe I need to start exploring relationships that are with a younger person. Maybe everything's so intense because they were older, things like that. I was with that person. That's not about this story, but I was with them for quite a bit of time. But it came a point in the relationship, that's why I'm mentioning them, is that when I ran away with them, like the boy that I was with, we ran to the girl that I used to be with, the narcissist. And this is what narcissists do. So they thought that I was more dedicated to the boy. And so they were like, get up and come sit on my lap. I did. And she kissed me. And then we ended up, continuing our relationship there. It was a back and forth for a lot of years. I ended up getting married. When I had gotten married, she texts me talking about she has something important to tell me that I've always wanted to hear. See, that's how they string you back in. Of course I wanted to hear that. Of course I wanted to be the one that she had chosen, instead. And she said all the right things. And my marriage wasn't so great at the moment. And I let it just get in my head. And I went to her. And when I went to her, I'll tell you the rest. We're talking 2019. When I went to her, she had set me on fire. All of these things, we were both really intoxicated. And so I wasn't sure if I initiated it, to be truthfully honest with you. So when the charges were put, I ended up dropping them because of my own clarity of what I might have been capable of. So future-wise, anytime the situations got intense like that, I would not have anything to be intoxicated with anymore. So I would sit there and watch her do all these things to me over years. 2021, we got married. Yeah, I know. But so from 2019 to 2021, I was sleeping in an attic on the floor. I was earning my way to sleep on a mat in her room. She treated me like dirt. That's the God's honest truth. But I thought that if I just stayed and stuck it out, she would know I was dedicated to her, and that this is what I really wanted. Well, turned around and 2021, we got married. Then literally right when we get back, now I had an old Facebook because she was hitting me. She was doing all these things. I would reach out to my mom and stuff. And when she went to log into a Facebook on my phone, which was the maid Facebook that she had made, see, that's control, my old Facebook popped up. And literally the first day we were married became the end of our marriage, if you will. She accused me of cheating on her. Probably a couple months later, we were playing spades at a table. I wasn't talking to no one. If anything, we were listening to music, and she got up out of nowhere and just went into the back, which we had a balcony. And she's talking to the other girl, the one that she had chosen when I was 16, 17. And I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. I don't know what else to say. And this is when I started getting really intense too, but I'm not saying I did not ever punch her. Probably once or twice or maybe 3 times in our relationship, if she can account for it. But I did decide to break the window. I punched and punched until the window broke because I wanted her to come inside. She was playing games with me, and we were just married. But she accused me of cheating on her. How? Beyond me. And then she stuck with that throughout our marriage. And we've been married up until, I think technically we're still legally married, until we get the divorce decree. But up until, I'm going to say now, April of this year, 2025. So I'm leaving off in 2021 because I'm about to be at my time mark. I will come back next week and tell you the rest of it. Have a great day, and thank you for listening. Bye, Bessie.